Dragon Ball is actually becoming underrated now. I die by it. You have pushed the limit over and over and over and over and over to now it's actually an underrated anime. I'm even going that far. I think have clipped up Super and GT to the point where now it's like, okay, you're talking about the two worst iterations of the series, but you ignore the best parts of the series. You ignore you don't even understand the main character. You think he's just a dumb punch man. Not to promo on my own video, but spoiler alert, he's way beyond that. Think Vegeta's just a typical anti-hero, way more complex than that. Think Gohan's just a typical reactionary character, way more complex than that. But all y'all do is you take a clip, 30-second clip of, I don't know, Goku fighting Jiren, and you called it mid, and it's just like, I first that fight's not even mid, but if it was, okay, the best arc and the worst version of the series is mid. Ooh, Wazzle talk. Like it's just been corny. Y'all have, I think it's because y'all have lowered the bar so much on so many different levels that now Dragon Ball is genuinely underrated. Genuinely underrated. Yeah, that's all I got. Not obviously we're not gonna have a back and forth about it, but yeah, for the comment section, I'll be in this comments. Let's have a debate. Get personal. I'm just gonna ignore you. But yeah, let's have a talk about it because I think it's genuinely becoming underrated. Genuinely.
I can agree with that, just off the simple fact that as things age, people, especially younger people who weren't around for that time, start to skew how shit was viewed. And honestly, I don't know what it's about, but we made it acceptable for like these conversations to be had about people who didn't live in that time period and of that,
Right.
you know, era. So like there'll be a space on Twitter about, yo, 1970s cinema was terrible. The movies in 1970s was bad. You'll go in there and everybody is like, the oldest person in there is like born in 91.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, I guess, you know, you can have that conversation, but I'm gonna pull the age card. I'm gonna pull the age card. So I would honestly think a lot of the people having these takes on like Dragon Ball are young, like hella young. Like, or maybe they're consuming newer Dragon Ball.
Yeah, they're consuming. I'm sorry to cut you off. They're consuming the latest major contribution and consumption, and it's not a diss to them. They're legends. Probably the Dragon Ball Abridged series. For those that don't know, it was a parody series, but they didn't go too far off of the original script. They just parodied the characters. So you think Goku's stupid punch man? They literally made Goku a stupid punch man. You think Gohan's just the innocent kid who gets angry at moments in time? They literally did that as well. Over time, they matured their own series because they fell in love with their own show. They matured their own series and they made it more complex as well. But a lot of tropes from that parody have quite literally affected the interpretation of the actual show. And I feel like, unfortunately, that has affected it as well. However, that is, and then trust me, this ain't even PC stage. I fucking love what they did. That I'm not putting too much fault on them at all, though, because them motherfuckers was on time, and that was huge contribution.
I don't like this comment from DT. I hate how Omar act like he 46 when he would have went to school with most niggas in chat. First of all these people that I be talking about, I am like much older. I think niggas forget. I'm 27 now. I just turned 27. I'm older than niggas now. But even when people my age have these conversations, like I be in them conversations, and I've said this to Damo before too. Like sometimes we be having conversations about we'll have like something about like the LGBTQ or trans people or something like that. And some nigga will be like, yeah, man, trans people feel as if, and then I say to Damo, like, I ain't gonna lie, it ain't not one trans person in here, and don't nobody know anybody trans. How this nigga is talking about how they feel when nobody in this conversation is from that group or whatever. That shit seems crazy to me, but we do it all the time. I mean, we truly do it all the time. So
yeah, everybody partakes in it. I'm not saying I've never done anything hypocritical. I don't think I'm a hypocrite, but I'm no everybody partakes in a little bit of hypocrisy, unfortunately.